nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.
Thank you guys for your time. I appreciate it very, very much. And this was such a fun movie. I enjoyed this so much. It was so touching. Beginning with you, Jack, so much of the film hinges on the relationship between Ron and Barney. When you think of toys and things that brought you a lot of joy, what were some of the things that brought you joy in play, and what do you have in common with Barney, if anything at all, when you think about your relationships to toys and things that brought you joy?
Ooh,
Good question.
Okay. I'll answer the first part. I think when I was little, I used to love Batman, and and all the superheroes, and I had a bunch of like action figures, like Batman action figures, and Superman, and all the Justice League. So I guess that was the thing for me then. But also, I kind of liked everything too. I liked harmonicas also when I was little. So I never really liked the thing that everybody else liked. I mean, of course, I went through the phase where I was like, oh, I want the DS. I want a DS because everybody had a DS or a like, you know. So I wanted a DS, and I got the DS. DS was cool, but I barely played it. I actually just played it just to played Lego Indiana Jones.
What's
That's awesome.
Huh?
It's like a little miniature thing. My kid had one too. It was like a super thing. You had to have a bag to put it in. And she never even really played with it. I think she took pictures with it most of the time, but you had to have it.
Yeah.
I remember that vividly. Oh my God. Zach, and for you, a toy that talks. I would have loved that in like a Cabbage Patch Kid. Like that was the out of the box friend in the box for me when I was little. What features does Ron have that you wish you would have had in a toy when the hot thing was going when you were young?
What is Ron? I mean, he is malfunctioning, but he's incredibly fun. And I think to have a toy that can keep up with you while you're running is really, that alone is kind of groundbreaking. I mean, my first love of toys, I had a toy that talked back to me, but it was a puppet, right? And I was controlling it. And
That's sad.
I know it sounds like I was an only child, but I wasn't. But I just, you know, these toys now have so much going on that there's a lot that Ron has to offer, but really the thing that he has to offer the most is his weakness, because that builds the friendship. And I think that's what that Barney slowly learns.
Zach, you know, obviously there's some, Jack, there's some greater issues to be learned here about friendship, acceptance, you know, teamhood, and all of those things. But when you think of your time with this film, what will you fondly remember most in bringing this character to life?
I remember in the waiting room of the studio, they had a bowl of chocolates, and that was a good bowl of chocolates. From the movie, what?
The snack room at that studio? Is that what you're talking about? That place was amazing.
I know, stacked, and they had a great chef in there. It was impressive. Anyway, I think in the movie, something that's really special to me is just the value of true connection and true friendship between Ron and Barney. You know, breaking the code stigma or something.
I don't know. Maybe this will be the happy medium between social media and toys. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe we'll invent something out of this. Thank you guys for your time. I love this movie. It was so sweet and very, very poignant to what our kids have going on. Thank you again for your time.
Thanks, Jeandra. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.